Hello, my name is Josh Atkinson, and you've once again stumbled upon my oil painting YouTube channel. Before I get started with today's painting, I'm going to ask everybody to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell just to help out with the algorithm. Alright, well, today I'm going to show you how I made this painting. Um, Last week I signed off the video saying that I was along my journey toward abstract portraiture, that I had made this portrait of Donald Trump and somehow wound up making a caricature, a political cartoon, and that I'm not super clear on what the difference exactly is, but that there clearly is a difference. So I guess that's what I will be talking about today during the time lapse. Okay, so here is our source image, Donald Trump pointing at somebody at maybe a political rally for his most recent campaign. I did want to say one thing, just apologize. There is a 40-minute section during this time lapse that the camera goes out of focus, but this is the last time that's ever going to happen because I figured out why it happened and I fixed it. So yeah, I'm gonna make that an opportunity to talk about the value of squinting at your subject. But anyway, so I did just look up the Merriam-Webster definition of a caricature and of abstract. Abstract was not very helpful. It said like something having the intrinsic representation of something, but not the pictorial representation. And I was like, okay, well, that doesn't help. Um, but then a caricature was like grossly exaggerating characteristics or qualities of a subject. So I don't know. I guess a caricature is more specifically about exaggerating physical characteristics, but I feel like okay, so now I'm done with the dictionary. This is my opinion. I feel like a caricature, a political cartoon, you are exaggerating physical features that help to recognize, to make the subject recognizable, but which also make the persona, the personality of the public figure recognizable. So with this, my, and again, I was trying to abstract. I wasn't trying to make a caricature because I'm not really trying to. I mean, I'd be happy if anybody's, hiring like a political cartoonist for their newspaper. Please hire me. I'd love to have money. But anyway, the things I exaggerated here were his double chin, his tongue, and his fingers, because he is associated with excess, with lasciviousness, with his famous quote of "grab them by the expletive." So I make his tongue really long, you know, because that kind of suggests lust. I make his fingers very long because that evokes, a phallic sort of thing. It feels kind of disgusting. It suggests, it gives him an air of violation, which is kind of a vibe that he gives off to many people. So here we are out of focus for about 45 seconds. Apologies. Um, I'm just doing the flag. Most of the actual figure has already been laid in. Uh, I just kind of put it in. It's very loose because I know that I'm going to be putting it in, and then while it's still wet, going in with my paint thinner, which is Gamsol, because it is apparently the safest paint thinner on the market. It is the one that absorbs the slowest, so that is a downside for continuing to get more paint on the canvas, but it's an upside for not breathing in fumes and developing the cancer that some people think killed Bob Ross and potentially Helen Van Wyck, the woman that I learned everything I know from on PBS. So now I am just doing some final stuff, adding some fleshy kind of organic colors, and I exaggerated. I don't know. While I am a Democrat, I think of myself more as a leftist than a Democrat. And just so you know, I know some people got real mad 2 weeks ago when I painted my other Trump painting. This is going to be a bipartisan political critique art channel going forward. Lots of abstraction. Um, rest assured, we will be meeting plenty of Democrats who I think have been shills, have been lazy, have been virtue signaling, performative, horrible politicians. So rest assured, if you're mad that I'm just painting Republicans, we will be seeing plenty of familiar Democrats coming up soon. Um, so yeah, this I don't know. What do I want to talk about? Like, there's lots of warm colors. Um, I'm not trying to like fat shame Donald Trump because I think that's so immature when Democrats like make fun of like the bad body built wrong. That's such a stupid thing to focus on when the Republicans are doing so much more dangerous things. Um, but Trump is associated with excess and he just got his $400 million plane from Qatar, which is a country that America would typically see as uh, you know maybe dangerous to buy military things from. So anyway, so gluttony, anyway, you get the idea. So here's some detail shots. Um, and yeah, uh, I don't know. So I don't know. This is an accidental caricature, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about what the difference, in your opinion, between a caricature and a abstraction is. So then, yes, that is how I arrived at this portrait of Donald Trump. I have not yet recorded the audio for the time lapse, so hopefully I said something intelligent about the difference between political cartoon or caricature and abstraction. But well, this is the painting. You can see, the paint application, different styles, certain things being exaggerated, and the obvious political inclusion of the flag and dripping and all that stuff. So anyway, it's always nerve-wracking painting the president when people are trying to suspend habeas corpus and take away Medicaid and things like that and send people to CCOT and all those things. So yeah. But anyway, I wanted to say thank you to the, I don't know, something like 23 new subscribers I got this week. Yeah, I think I'm up to like 654 or something at the time of this recording. So thank you, welcome. I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So I very much so appreciate you being here. I really appreciate the reception to last week's painting here on YouTube and on TikTok. Nothing happens on Instagram. I think it's a dead app, but whatever. People seem to actually be recognizing Elon, which is very encouraging. I'm going to be doing a lot more truly abstract stuff going forward. But so you can check out last week's video where I do this abstract Elon Musk, or the previous week where I do an expressive Donald Trump. I know that things are experimental right now, but next week is going to be moving to like a true series of abstractions of politicians and the oligarchs. Some of them are politicians, some of them are financing politicians. But so there's going to be a lot of that on this channel, and one of these days I'm going to start doing more lives where I do more traditional realism stuff because I know not everybody's interested in abstraction as much as I clearly have become. So anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in 7 days with the beginning of that series of abstractions. And yeah, I hope you have a good time till then. Call your senators and tell them keep your hands off Medicaid and SNAP benefits and heating benefits for people living in Maine and Minnesota and just anyway. Yeah. Okay. All right. I will see you then with that portrait. Take care. Know your rights. And yeah, I don't know. Be safe, guys. Okay. Bye bye.